this film destigmatizes mental illness.
Which is needed.
Really needed, yeah.
And one of the reasons it's legitimate is because the director is bipolar. You know, and it's he's writing his story.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay?
Yeah.
You know, it's 1 in the morning.
I just wanted to talk.
They call me Luna.
Fire went out last night.
Because my mind moves in tune with the lunar shifts. They call me a lunatic.
Sun burnt on the tip of a
Probably, what's going on?
Down to the minute the full moon's lit.
going up in flames.
Hey, Dad.
What happened to your apartment?
I'm just trying to figure out who I am. Even when I go on vacation, I don't feel like myself.
Now, at the core, we have a love story here. What is it about love that kind of, I guess, drew you guys to this script?
Yeah, but I like the idea of calling it a love story, too, because there's a lot of love here.
Yeah.
I like the fact that Griffin loves his son.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't fall into the
right.
cliche of whatever it is. We played parents that really cared. And the kids love each other, and I feel like they love their parents too. There's a lot of sadness because of that.
Yeah.
You know, the disease kind of keeps the love from connecting, but it's there, and I thought that was an important part of the film.
I'm very glad that someone is actually touching on mental health because it seems to be like a big problem in the community that's kind of like swept under the rug. And I have a younger cousin who has autism as well, so I think this is definitely something that needs to be talked about.
The fire went out. Black. Not even the smoke to sniff up the memory of last night's wild sight and resurrect its magic back. Sun burnt on the tip of a matchstick with one flick of God's finger as all eternal blows out. Though now my lips like vicious flint with thrilled flicks and going up in flames as my spirit spreads. Get away my brains like stretching of wings. Wildfires rising high in my eyes so wild. Fire irises. When I read this script, I was really excited about the honesty that was on the page, and these characters felt very real, very authentic. And I always think a love story in a movie really works. Like, I think there should be a love story in every movie. And when I met with our director, I realized that it was based on his experiences in his own life, which furthered my knowledge of bipolar and inspired me to take on what has been the most challenging role I've ever done.
You know, if they signed up for a dating website, you know, and they put down mentally ill, it's not like they're going to attract a whole lot of people saying, "Oh, that's my soulmate," right? Maybe this is a chance for them to have a real relationship.
What was your focus for changing the title from Mania Days to Touch with Fire?
Well, originally it was Mania Days, and then when I hooked up with a distributor, they suggested that maybe people would take Mania Days the wrong way, and I didn't know, but I asked around, and you know, of course they wouldn't tell me to my face if I didn't ask, but some people had I didn't know that not everyone thinks mania sounds romantic and like a love story. Some people thought it was like a horror movie, like in an mental
And that's really what it is.
institution.
It is a love story at the core, too.
It is a love which is important. That at the core it was a love story. And Touch with Fire, it's because Touch with Fire was after scraping through a whole bunch of books about this thing that you're given a label, that every single one of those labels is a human defect, an illness, and every single book is a medical book. For the first time, it was a book that was an artistic book illustrated like a painting and written like poetry that had a label that you could want to be, Touch with Fire.